After 35 years, I'm finally on this side of the camera. I've always been on that side of the camera, but this time I'm on this side of the camera because I want to tell your story. There's a movie within us, and I want to tell your movie. Welcome to KINTV. It's sunrise at our family cabin, and it's a tradition to come here between Christmas and New Year's. And this is a significant place because this is where family gathers. You may have traditions too. What are your traditions? We have traditions on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Were you good?
No.
It's super cold, it's super crisp, but we're here with family and we're enjoying this winter wonderland because this is one of our traditions. We're walking up to our family cabin up in the Wasatch Mountains. When I was in high school, I was an exchange student one summer to Finland, and everybody had a summer cottage. Lo and behold, we now have a family cabin. It's something that's in the back of your mind. You want it to happen in your own life, and that's what's happened with Kin. When I was doing television news, I was a stringer. I created my own story about the Christmas I Best Remember by Charles Flood. So it really wasn't a news story, it was kind of a reenactment. It was his own biography, his own story, and I had him narrate it. And this time he played the older antagonist in the story, and we got our neighbor to play the protagonist, play Charlie Flood himself. That gave me the idea way back then. There's something about connecting the past and having somebody from your own heritage play the part. Create stories that are from their family legacy and make them into movies. But I didn't know quite how it was all going to come together. Years later, I funded some college students to produce a film called Three Marbles that they used for the College Student Academy Awards. I learned from the experience that college students are very capable and are very creative. And they have great capacity, they just need more experience. And with a little shadow help, they were able to produce a pretty memorable film. Years later, I had the opportunity to produce a TV show called Legacy West. Live from the wagon train, one of the elements I wanted to use was some Kin elements. This idea that I've had to have little reenactments. So we had members of the wagon train reenact these small little vignettes about the pioneers, about the struggles they had. At the end of the day, when they're dog-tired, they were able to take the time to reenact these stories in a narrative style. It was amazing. Now today, these ideas that you have in the back of your mind are coming to fruition. And the entire idea of Kin has come together using college filmmakers to produce this small film that premieres at the end of the show. There is something unique about the connection we feel when we tell the stories of our ancestors and know that they are our blood and they are our family. So we're bringing you a new genre. We'll do it like Kin, because this will be a unique genre where amateurs, with the aid of professionals, will produce a story about their family history. Your story is my story, and I hope that my story is your story too, and create a new movie on Kin. So in our next episode of KINTV, we're going to do something kind of different, and that is, I've got a quick trip. I've got to get my miles in so that I can reach a certain status on a certain airline, and so we're going to go to a one-day trip to California to my place where I was brought up. And you can do something like this as well to help tell your story. So as I tell my story, think of the ways that you can tell your story. Thanks for watching KINTV, and may God bless.